Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome.
Get that gate closed.
We're about to. Will you just hold your bloody horses? It doesn't seem that important. Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. There is a big old gate outside of Bruma, and that's bad. So, we're going to talk to Man. Hello. Wait, could I just go in on my own?
I think we better get that gate closed.
I kind of don't want them to die, but he is annoying, so...
We're ready when you are.
Alright, Bird. Let's go.
Alright, give me a minute to talk to the men. Everyone's a bit jumpy right now.
Yeah. Inspire us, Bird.
Alright, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there. Nobody likes the idea of going into that thing, but it's our job, and we're going to do it. If we don't, Bruma ends up a smoking pile of rubble, like what happened at Kvatch. And that's not going to happen here, not while I'm captain of the guard. Boor, Soren, you're with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
Damn right.
Ah.
With you, Captain.
Let me in first. Oh.
Look at
Okie dokie, so I'm gonna recharge my weapon. Probably don't need a big one, actually. Might need a bigger one than that. Maybe that's enough. Let's find out.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
There we go. Look at that. Sure. Alright, let's go. Now, I can't just skip forward on this one. I can't just run around like a lunatic, because I want to try to keep them alive.
So good.
And I'm assuming that means I need to participate in events. Whoa, what? It's got absolutely annihilated. It's worth noting, this is quite a well-known thing with Oblivion, that if you don't do the Kvatch quest, for example, until later on, it gets very, very difficult. Gross hit me like a goddamn truck. What is going on? I'm getting absolutely whomped. Jesus Christ! I can't stand up to these guys at all.
Mud crab's more fearsome than you.
I'll do what I can. Ah! I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I'm not strong enough. Wait, I need my bow.
Do your worst. Am I supposed to be impressed? Yeah, this is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
It's well known that the siege of Kvatch becomes almost impossible. Well, not almost impossible, but very, very difficult if you wait, right? If you wait until later on, the siege of Kvatch becomes very, very tricky. I suspect the same might be happening here because, my God, I mean, these guys are hitting me for about a fifth of my health bar per hit. That was madness. And it's not like my armor is weak or my armor is low. Like, I can't really get stronger armor than this. So this is like the minimum damage I'm gonna take. I'm gonna use my bow for this. This is not cool beans, as the kids say.
Stay sharp.
Alright. Oh, hi. But because we're high level, all the enemies are goddamn civilized.
Take me down. Show me what you've got. Die, cur.
Like, the spell is fine. You can see he hit me with the fireball then. It didn't really do anything. Can you not take my kills, please? He hit me with the fireball and nothing really happened. But as soon as they get the axe out, oh, mama. There's one there. Well, no, that's a stone. I did see one nearby. Civilized. Oh, there you are. Oh, he's got a big weapon. always get a little nervous using the bow as well, because too many times have we seen a crash from, well, this exact situation, you know? Get out of the way, get out of the way.
I'm just warming up.
Thank God for that.
Why won't you?
Oh, well, there goes one. Oh, no, that's Bird as well. That's not just random dude, that is actually our leader. Is he okay? Oh no, he's okay. I don't think Bird can die. He probably got paralyzed. Come on, boys. Oh my God.
I've got that one.
Leave me alone. I guess I'll do this for the soul.
Just warming up. You
Yeah, I think Bird is like low. I don't know what's going on with Bird, but he just keeps falling over.
I'm on your side.
Will you fall down and bleed to death?
Yeah, Bird is unconscious. I think the other soldier is dead, however. Ah! There we go. No, Bruma God! You were so close. Oh, fennel seeds. You were so close to it. Oh my God. Get me out of here. Get me out. Huh?
Here comes another one. Look out!
Out of the way, man. Oh, yeah, there it goes. It's not on purpose. I did just sneak attack my own man, though.
Stay
Oh.
sharp.
It's so hard to get souls sometimes with the bow. Is the guy dead? I feel like the guy's dead. Yep, there. Well, at least you and me are gonna be okay, Bird, right?
Here comes another one.
We'll be fine.
You're pathetic.
They just seem magic resistant somehow. Oh, wow. Come on, Bird. Hope you pop. Like, sometimes with the Civilized, I feel like the damage is not stacking on them the way I would like, you know? Well, you know what? It'll be fine. Right. Yeah, he's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Here comes another one.
Yeah, I see him. Never ends, Bird.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Never ends.
Why won't you die?
To me.
As soon as there's this many enemies, it gets very difficult to hit the right target. There's one down. Come on, Bird. Help me out here, son. There we go. I needed that. I can do a lot more damage with my sword, I think. Yeah? Let's say yes. But I feel like I'm gonna die every time I use it. Yeah, look at that. Oh boy. You stay over there. Bird, I need this kill.
Another one.
Thank you. Please don't try to steal it from me. Those other boys didn't stand a bloody chance, let me tell you. Not a chance in hell. If I'm getting whomped, no wonder they got whomped. Come on, bud, let's get moving. To that funky, funky beat. God, I want them to fix the sneak damage in this game. At least that did not die. It's not like it really matters either, as we've talked about.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
But it's annoying. That hasn't been fixed.
Yeah.
There's just so many enemies. Is that an enemy? Or was that a rock? That's an enemy. Huh? Good shot though. I do say so myself. And then that was rubbish. The easiest shot of all of them is the one I miss, rather inevitably. Oh, he's paralyzed. No, come on. Come on. No, yes. Come on. No.
I got that one.
Not a charge. Fine, you're gonna have to die first.
Ha-ha! Stay sharp.
But it's just one of them. I think I can probably melee. Relative safety.
Do your worst.
I think relative safety really is relative safety. Oh. Everything's fine. I mean, we could just ninja our way through this and just assume.
Stay sharp.
I mean, Bird will die, but does that matter? I mean, he'll be unconscious, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Mud crab.
And he goes again. Aww, it's kind of sweet, actually. Oh no, ugh. Did your boots? Blech. Up you pop, Bird. Oh, it's an ordeal, mate. It's an ordeal. Really don't want to go. I don't think it's this way. Isn't it interesting that they've got like Tory gates in the Daedric realm? Interesting design choice. You just know there's a Daedric prince who went to Japan and became really annoying about it. It was like, I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do. Where am I going? Must be usual. I'm trying to get in there. Is this not the gate over here? No. I think if I just jump around like a crazy person, Bird he'll keep up eventually, you know? He'll be fine. Where's the way in? Aha! To the Fury Spike, Bird! To the Fury Spike. Oh, hello. One sec, folks. Oh my god. Nightmare. Right, okay. I have to I have to go work, rather annoyingly. I just got an update about today's I mean, I guess I can tell you actually. There's a dinosaur showcase happening at 2:30, and we usually get that like the day before to prep a video, but it is 12:10, and I've just got it for 2:30 today, so I need to go make that video. But I'll be back for the next 45 minutes. BRB. Right, done. Back. Hello.
Look up.
I'm gonna throw on a thingamajiggy, a blah, 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 blah. As they're well known in the clubs. A soul jam. Lovely. Yeah, that'll do for now. See you later, Martinez. Why are people being so mean to me today? Anyways, yeah, video done. And now I need to finish this one before 4 o'clock when there is more stuff coming out. It's always an interesting dichotomy between there's a million things to do, but that means I've got things to do, and that means I actually have videos to make, which is always a positive. Like yesterday, for example, on Monday, I took the weekend off on the Best in Slot channel and did some other things, and that meant yesterday I had to record. I had to do a video yesterday, of course I did. Am I on screen recording instead? I am. Whoops, daisy. Meant obviously yesterday I can't not upload 3 days in a row. That's kind of my limit. So if I take a weekend off, should I take the whole weekend off? I think so. So if I take a weekend off, I tend to upload on the Monday. But I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea whatsoever. Oh, hello. What yesterday's video was going to be. And sometimes you'll log on and you just won't find. Get out of the way, son. You just won't find anything, you know.
Another one.
Thankfully, I found a mod that was interesting enough to cover. It did terribly, but at least I had content. Like, not every video is going to do amazingly well. Sometimes it is about just making sure there's something there. YouTube quite enjoys. YouTube enjoys a little bit of consistency, you know. But whatever. We're good for now. We're good for now. I've got a couple hours until I'm next required to do other things, so I can chill and get this done and get this uploaded, hopefully. Unless something else drastic happens. It's all kicking off with the job as well. I keep having to fight for things I don't think I should have to fight for. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it. So we're doing, as I say, it's a law firm that specializes in helping bikers, and our unique appeal is that our solicitor, at the moment it's one, but we're gonna pretend it's more. But our unique appeal is that our solicitors, and it is gonna be more eventually, of all bikers themselves. And that's a big thing for bikers because it's kind of like a subculture, and they want people who understand them, because bikers tend to really dislike car drivers and feel like car drivers tend to neglect them and not really understand what it is to be a biker and all this kind of jazz. So having a solicitor who is also an active biker is very appealing to a lot of bikers, right? So that's kind of our hook, as it were. We are a specialist biker lawyer firm. And there's a big bike show in November. It's the biggest of the year. It's the Birmingham Bike Show. I can't remember what it's called. It might be the Birmingham Bike Show. I'm just gonna... Am I gonna do this? I'm just gonna swap to game. There we go. It makes me a bit nervous. There's two ways of recording an OBS. You can record your monitor, or you can hook into the game itself, and that tends to perform better, so I'm just gonna swap to that. Surprised that went as smooth as it did, quite frankly. Didn't even tab me out. What a blessed day. Oh, see you later, bird. I quite like it when bird dies. I mean this in a nice way, to an extent. In that I don't have to worry about being the one who kills him, you know? Mate, you were just unconscious. Like this just ain't built for you, son. It just ain't. Can I go higher? Nope. Alright, back into the main room. So, anyways. So there's this big bike show. And that is a lot of work for me, because we don't just need to turn up to the bike show, we need a stand for the bike show. And that means me designing this massive, 10-foot tall, 20-panel stand that's going to be seen by Ducati and Yamaha and all these major companies, so it has to look really good. And it has to be attention-grabbing and impressive. So that's already quite a lot on me, as it is, and that's like the biggest part of the work, quite frankly, is getting the stand done. But we also need t-shirts, and we need leaflets, and we need, goodie bags, and we need key rings to give out, and we need about a bajillion different things for this bike show. There's so much to be done. We've reached the Sigil Stone Chamber. Yeah, okay. I guess for a lot of people,
look out.
I wonder what the percentage would be, but for a lot of people, this would be like the second Oblivion gate you ever do, which is interesting. So there's a lot to do, and that's kind of what all my attention is on at the moment. The leaflet is basically done. I think it's really nice, actually. The problem is because we're trying to appeal to bikers, I'm really trying to, I'm basically branding the business. I did the logo, I did the color scheme, my fingers are all over this thing. And one thing I'm really conscious of is not appealing too professional. That might sound weird for a law firm, but oh my god, what the hell. But the idea is very much to appeal to bikers, right? And to an extent that means maybe a slightly more approachable, casual kind of aesthetic some ways. A little bit rough and tumble, you know, we're bikers and we're lawyers. We're not just yet another law firm. So that's kind of the idea. Bloody Nora. I don't want those. What are we doing? So that's kind of the idea. So the leaflet, for example, it's I came up with this idea when I was doing the logo, and what I did was I took a topographical map and I kind of folded that into the design, and the background of the leaflet has a topographical map on it, and it's kind of going to be this sort of thematic thoroughfare that I use. And the idea is very much that, you know, we're here for every journey that you take. It doesn't matter if you injure yourself on the track or on the way to work or whatever. You know, we're bikers, we get it, we cover every type of biker there is. We're with you for your journey. And that's kind of the thematic lens that I'm trying to view everything I design through. I haven't really clarified that with anyone else, but I've decided that's the branding, and I'm kind of just going with it, to be honest with you. I don't know what I want. None of these increase my defensive capabilities. I guess you could get fortify health, but that's about it. I guess shield. Maybe I want shield. I'm going to pick shield. I think I need to swap something for some straight up physical defense, because that's clearly where I'm weakest. We can cover magical defense really easily with items. We can't really cover physical defense in the same way. You know, we don't have an equivalent of the mundane ring for physical. Done the gate.
Stay sharp.
Oh, hello. Oh,
Do your worst.
oh no, the other guys are still alive. We lost 2 guys, but the others are all still alive out here.
To be impressed.
You did it. Believe me, it was no picnic. But thanks to our friend here, I now know we can close these hell gates. We can defend Bruma.
Pro stripped down instantly.
It was an honor to serve with you, ma'am. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think my guardsmen and I can handle any new gates that open near Bruma.
I doubt it. But alright, whatever you say. Oh, Robert Redford's died. That's sad. Right, so I guess what am I doing? Am I leaving on a jet plane? Back to Joffrey. Let's go back to Joffrey. So yeah, that's very much my thing, and I'm doing a lot of the design work. Not as much as I would like in some ways, because they kind of keep going to external people, but I'm doing the business card, I'm doing the leaflet, I'm doing the stand, I'm going to do some of the merchandise, I'm helping design the website. I'm not really a website designer, but I've told them, like, give me access to the website so I can tinker. But I don't even work for them. Technically, I'm on commission. I just send them an invoice. But it was very important for me that I went in and kind of tried to, I'm not going to say establish dominance, but establish confidence in my abilities, that I know what I'm talking about. I didn't want to be like a wallflower. And I think I've got good ideas about branding and the direction we should take visually for the company, at least. So I really wanted to go in and make my mark. And to their credit, like, you know, people had very different ideas for the logo. A lot of people wanted like a motorbike on the logo or a helmet or something like that. And I fought really hard against that, because I think from a branding perspective, that's very boring and safe and very inflexible. As branding goes, and I went in and I, you know, got everyone on side basically, so our logo doesn't actually have anything bike on it outwardly, obviously, anyway. But that's fine. That's I don't think a good logo should, weirdly enough.
Sir,
Joffrey!
have you helped? Good work. Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates, at least for now. But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any hope of defending it. You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil, as well as the Elder Council. Ask them to send aid to Bruma before it is too late. Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xarxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it.
This is the long bit.
You should speak to the rulers of Cyrodiil as soon as possible.
If I remember
The danger to Bruma is
correctly,
growing by the
basically
day.
every single city wants me to close an Oblivion Gate for them outside of their city until they're willing to send men to help us, which makes sense, don't get me wrong, but it does mean going to do like 8 Oblivion Gates,
do you mean,
essentially. Martin!
I figured out another item needed for the ritual. to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you himself.
But Joffrey just told me to talk to you.
I've learned that the Mysterium Xarxes is both the gate and the key to Cameron's paradise. In some sense, the book is Cameron's paradise. Manca Cameron bound himself to the Xarxes when he created his paradise, using dark rituals which I will not speak of further. A gate can be opened from the outside, however. It will be more difficult, as I will have to temporarily bind myself to the book. But I believe it can be done. I will continue working to decipher the arcane items needed for the binding ritual.
Okay.
Be sure to speak to
Joffrey.
about the armor
Joffrey?
of
You're not
Tiber
Joffrey.
Septim.
Joffrey?
I'll continue my study of the
Joffrey,
Mysterium
Joffrey.
Xarxes.
Where have you gone, Joffrey? Why have you done this to me? I also need to listen out for the door. I've got lots of yogurts on the way. It might sound weird, but it's the way of the world. Do I have a quest for Joffrey? Joffrey? Back inside. I'm excited about this part of the quest though, because in a second I'll be able to talk about myself for ages. Like, I'm just gonna go close all these Oblivion gates. It'll be chill. It's gonna be great.
Hail.
You're not Joffrey. Oh, for God's sake, Joffrey. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. You're tearing me apart, Joffrey. Yes? Where is he? Where is he? He's here. I hear him.
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. I wish there was another way. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many lifetimes.
What evil lurks in Sankator?
I do not know. The catacombs of Sankator were sealed by the first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relus, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned. Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death, but we have no other choice. You must succeed.
All right.
Bruma cannot hold off the... Stay safe.
Right, I feel like
Good evening.
you need to prioritize. Even if it doesn't make a difference, and I'm not sure that it does, I feel logically you would prioritize the defense of Bruma over the portal. Like, the portal is less time sensitive, I suspect. You know? I mean, again, I don't know if it actually is, but we're going to pretend that it is. So, let's go to Anvil first, I suppose. But even Kvatch is on the list. We've not been back to Kvatch since the start of the game, actually. I wonder if they finally rebuilt the bloody thing. They never really rebuild it, but I believe they do kind of piece it together a little bit. I'll wait till appropriate time of day. 10 AM, you got to be at work by 10 AM, right?
My pleasure, really. Good day.
Good day. Aid for Bruma.
I would like to send help to Bruma, but I cannot risk weakening Anvil's defenses with that Oblivion gate open outside the city.
All right.
Take care.
Now, does that count? Okay, let's go close the game. Anyways, so, bike show, all this stuff to do. And, right, I've done a leaflet, and I really like the leaflet. I'm pretty pleased with it. It maybe needs a little bit of tinkering here and there, but visually it's pretty slick, it's pretty attention-grabbing. And I've got a little slogan and all this kind of
You're a
jazz.
sneaky-looking sort.
Now,
You're a sneaky-looking sort.
what is wrong with you people? There's a thing that the old company did. Because we've had a firm like this in the past, and we're kind of moving on and starting our own firm, is the idea. I say we, I'm doing the branding. I'm part of it. I'm going to be doing videography and stuff, but I'm not, like, in the company, as it were. Although I am very important. The good thing about working on commission is technically I own everything I produce. There's no contract or anything that says everything I make is theirs. It retains you quite a lot of power. It's nice. That was very much the case with the last business, where if they'd come back to me and said, hey, we need access to the leaflets and stuff like that, I'd have told them where to go. After the way they treated me, I'm like, yeah, well, no, maybe not, actually. I did give them something, but I was hoping that would lead them to asking for more, and they never did, so... A little bit of sadness there. Where's this gate? Oh, it's here. Hello. You're already a little spooky girl. You can't summon more spooky girls. There's rules against spooky girl summoning, traditionally. Alright, let's make sure we get a good... that's pretty cool, that one. With the old sort of Grecian-looking ruins outside. These are regular old Oblivion gates, so we are going to be zooming through, as it were. Chatting nonsense along the way, I'm sure. While talking about myself. Shock horror, I know. Who saw that coming? Defeated by a small rock. Right, let's find the way through. So, anyways, they used to have this card, this like plastic card that you would keep in your wallet that they gave out to potential customers, clients, yada yada yada. And the idea behind this card, it's basically a business card, but it wasn't really framed like that. The idea was you kept the card in your wallet, and where am I trying to go, by the way? Up there. I don't like when there's multiple towers. I think that's probably to try to open the route up to there, but I can probably acrobatics my way up. What I might do is make a fortify acrobatics set in like really light armor and just use it for this kind of situation so I can kind of cheat. I think we can probably get through anyway. Anyways, so they have this little card. And the idea is the card was sit in your wallet, and then if you were in an accident and you needed, help from a solicitor, then you would have this card and you could ring the number and, they would be there for you as need be. I'm trying to frame it as a positive when, it's just quasi-ambulance chasing, but it is what it is. It's the nature of the business. This is working really well, actually. Still got a ways to go, but it is working. And the card was fine. Now, they kind of perverted the meaning of the card. They started offering, like, discounts and stuff like that on businesses, on, like, biker gear and stuff like that. And I, to this day, believe that nobody used it for that purpose. It was just something they were hooked on. It was this idea they would not get over. And I just worked with it. At the end of the day, I can offer my suggestions, but one of the problems I had with the old company more than anything was that my suggestions were often fruitless. And things were just done because that's the way things were done. To give you an example... Oh, am I crashing? I'm crashing. They don't like the Daedric tunnels. That is the second time relatively recently that I've crashed at a Daedric tunnel. Interestingly, just while I'm looking at this, I can keep talking, I guess. I can see the achievements for Oblivion. 21% completed the Shrine of Dagon quest. Quest where we hunted down Mancor and saw him disappear into the thing. 8%, that's 21%, so only a fifth of players of this game got that far. That's not enough itself surprising. But then 8% less, 13%, did the mission where you turn in a Daedric artifact. So that appears to be a bit of a wall, really. A lot of people stopped at that point. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Out of the way, lad. Thank you. Oh, I'm vibrating constantly. I dislike it. Or do I like it? I just need to move my controller a little bit. Right, if in doubt, go up is the idea. Not my usual motto, but we'll roll with it. Oh, they did this newsletter, and they've been doing it for ages, absolutely ages, and they were all very big on the newsletter, blah, 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 blah. Give us your data, we'll add you to the newsletter. I already made the point, nobody reads newsletters anyway. How many people read a goddamn newsletter? Like, if you sign up for a business, and they send you some email going, bah, 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 how many of you actually read it? Or how many of you either instant delete it or send it to spam? Like, I know I just delete them all. I don't even send them to spam when I really should. But I instantly delete every newsletter I get, basically. Where am I going? Up there. probably not this way. It's not the way I came in, is it? I don't think so. Nope, the fact that rocks are trying to murder me would suggest it's not. And you know what? I asked her to see the stats. Can I see the stats for the newsletter? I want to see, you know, percentage of people that read it, how many people get it, stuff like that. And it was like 30 people a month or something read this bloody thing. And there was no... Because this was something that hours were spent on a month. Hours. And 30 people read it. And this is like a multi-million-pound business meant to be. And there's just no thought behind, hey, is this actually a good idea? Hey, is this actually worth our time? Just wasn't considered for a moment. Because as soon as they locked into an idea, they stuck with that idea to the bitter end. And that was a real problem for me with the last company. And I believed for my dad at the same company, but now I'm butting up against the same thing. So there's this card, I'll get there eventually, that you put in your wallet. And the idea is, have an accident, you've got the card, you can ring. They present it as some novel thing, and it's a business card. It's literally just a business card with the business details. The only difference between a standard business card and this is that it isn't specific to a person. Like a business card usually is for you personally. You know, you have your name and contact details and the name of the business and what you do, blah, 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 blah. But this would just be a general business card, more so for the company in general. But that's not, it's hardly a particularly obscure idea. Clear obscure reference. And it keeps getting posited as this like really novel thing. And so I've done the leaflet. And I was asking for, right, what we want the inside of the leaflet to say. And I got really irritated because they got back to me today saying, okay, the front of the cards going in the leaflet, already hate that idea, and the front of the leaflet is going to say, take this card with you. It could save your, not it could save your life, that's nonsense, but, you know, take this card with you in case you need it, blah, 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 we'll be there for you. And it's like, once again, why are we positing everything around, why are we focusing so much around this bloody card? It just isn't that big a deal. It isn't that important. I really don't want our first branding thing we ever do to the public to be based around this stupid bloody card instead of being branding forward and company forward. We're putting the cart before the horse right now. We really are. It isn't about the goddamn card. It really irritates me. Oh, I'm gonna kill this so it doesn't yell at me all the time. Is that a burning corpse? That is a burning corpse. I detest the idea, and I am going to argue so vociferously against this that we should have anything about the card in the leaflet at all, quite frankly. Like, we can offer cards to people. If they want the card, they can have a card. I think squandering God knows how much money on plastic cards that most people will throw in a landfill is a terrible idea. And the only reason it's being done is because that's how it was done in the past. And you know what? Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's going to be different this time. We're not going to do that anymore. You know, we hate that. But they're just doing it again. They're making the exact same mistakes as far as I'm concerned. Oh, that was a little tight. And you know what? I'm not an expert. I'm not going to pretend to be. But I just need a little bit more thought and a little bit more, right, why are we actually doing this? And the answer I got was, people love the cards. Great. Like, where's my actual evidence? Where's my hard numbers? Plastic cards are not cheap. And you want to put one in every single goddamn leaflet? No. No. It's just not business savvy. It's just not. And why am I thinking about, I don't want to be the one thinking about numbers. There's two ways I can work for this company. I can either talk like this and get my thoughts across and tell people when they're being silly, in my opinion. Look, and I might be wrong. I concede. But from my perspective, it is madness to force a card on every single person who wants a leaflet. The purpose of a leaflet is not a card distribution service. We're here to give information that they can take with them. If they also want a card, we'll give them a card. It shouldn't be mandatory, and it shouldn't be the basis of what we're doing. Like, why is it the focus of our advertising? That's crazy to me. And such a waste of money. And I just don't think that's something I should have to care about. And I'm in two minds about this, because on one half, right, let me talk to this woman first. I've got a lot to say on the subject.
You saved the church from that wicked old Ayleid king, didn't you? Well done.
What are you talking about?
I've heard that you've closed the Oblivion Gate outside Anvil. I honor you for your bravery and service to my city. With Anvil safe for the moment, I will send some of my best soldiers to bolster the Bruma garrison.
Cool.
Farewell.
Funnily enough, you don't actually have to do this, if I recall correctly. As far as I'm aware, you can... I don't know if you have to do any or you have to do one or something, but I don't think you have to do all of them. I think you can send... I think if you do the Martin bit with Paradise, and that's why I'm doing it in this order as well, then you can start this and not do anything for Bruma. You can send no help whatsoever, which is really interesting. I'm going to save Kvatchel last, I think. Just getting grad. Anyways, there's two ways I can approach this business. On one hand, I can just be a drone. I can just be pointed towards graphics and videos and do what I'm told. I'm fine. I am okay with that because it's less effort for me. It's less time out of my day. You know, if all they want me to do is make some pretty graphics every now and again and do what they say, then I'll do that. That's okay. That is okay. But I need to know that's what I'm doing. Oh. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I need to know that's the idea. I don't want to waste my time doing something else. On the other hand, whilst I'm not like directly in the business and I'm not even full time, this is a new firm we're launching and I am branding the entire thing. At this point in time, I've done more for this firm than anyone else. That will change very quickly now that it's launching and handling clients and such. But at this point in time, I've probably worked on the firm more than anyone else.
Greetings.
And if it does well, like if this falls flat on its face, that kind of puts me in jeopardy of having a job, you know? Whereas if this does really well, then I've got work, right? And hopefully I would expect that if it does really well, my potential compensation goes up. And, you know, I can keep working here for years, which is very much my intention. So I want the business to do well, just from a selfish point of view, and also because I'm quite numbers driven. I like the idea of helping launch a successful business. You know, that's cool. Where the hell am I going? It's got to be in here. I know it's pointing me the other way, but I'm not allowed in there. Maybe it's too early. Maybe Skingrad gets up late. This is where I want it to be. I'm just gonna wait a few more hours. Oh wait, Skingrad. This is Vampire Boy, isn't it? So we need to talk to you.
It's my pleasure. Goodbye.
You?
Greeting.
I'm gonna see the Count.
I'm afraid the Count does not...
No, it's about a cure for vampirism.
I see. Please, wait here one moment. I shall speak with the Count.
I think... I don't know what my... Oh, aid for Bruma. No, no. Alright. I'll wait for a billion. I don't care about a cure for vampirism. But I do need to talk to him, so I guess this works either way. But, it's important to me that it does well. That it matters. For selfish and unselfish reasons. And this is not a big thing. I'm not trying to pretend that this is a big thing, but I worry that we're just gonna make the same mistakes again and nothing's changing. We're just doing things because that's how we've always done things. And
You have the hands of a healer.
I do, and I'm not a sneaky looking fella. What's going on here? Well, let's just keep waiting, I suppose. He'll arrive eventually. Alright. I don't know. It's not that big a deal. It's not. It's really not. I need to know where I stand. And maybe I'll be outvoted. And that's fine. Look, at the end of the day, if I get outvoted and other people think I'm wrong, then other people think I'm wrong. It is what it is. But I need to make my point strongly, because I believe in it quite strongly. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but I think, especially when we're a new business and we're folding into an existing firm, it makes sense to me that they would... Why am I being let out here? That they would be quite tight on the old purse strings, you know? And I don't want to look like we're playing fast and loose with the cash, I suppose, and that we're being fiscally responsible as we launch, and we're really evaluating what we need as a business to impress and what we need as a business to... Like, what are we going to get value for money for? Because if we just chuck tons of money at this and it doesn't work, we have less leeway to do something else after. We have less room to maneuver. So we need to make sure whenever we spend money... God, I don't sound like myself. This is horrible. But we need to make sure whenever we spend money, it's going to contribute positively to the business. And I'm looking at like the list of merchandise we're requesting and stuff like that. And it's just everything the old company did. It's just, there's nothing new. There's no thought in this as to like, what do we do to make things different? What do we do to improve on things? It's just, hey, people like keyrings. Let's buy keyrings again. Hey, people like plastic cards, apparently. Don't know what that even means, but apparently people like plastic cards. What is going on? Skingrad. Skingrad, you're killing me. Ah, la, 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 la. It's fine. Everything's fine. I really don't know what I'm doing with Skingrad. She's disappeared. She didn't fetch the count. Don't know where he is. I think the cure for vampirism has got in the way of my life right here. He's not like, he's not turning up. He's not here. And she's not come back. It's all gone to hell. Oh, there we go. Finally. Literally a day and a half later.
I understand you're looking for a cure for vampirism.
No, not really.
This is fortunate, as I also seek the cure.
Oh. Oh, no, maybe we'll do this then. I want to cure him. Why would you want the cure?
I wish to tell you a story, so that you might understand why I would trust you with my secrets. Would you hear it?
Yeah, it's not like the world's on fire or anything. Oh, I can't even choose.
More than 50 years ago, my wife, Rona, and I were both turned into vampires. While I came to embrace the changes in myself, she did not. She hated what she had become, and refused to feed to keep herself healthy. She eventually slipped into a coma, from which she is not awoken. My trusted servants have cared for her all this time, but I wish for her to at last find peace. The cure is for her. I have researched what I can, but acquiring the cure is beyond my grasp. I cannot risk drawing too much attention to myself. So I would ask that you take up the search on my behalf. If you are successful, I will reward you in whatever small way I can. Will you aid me?
Yeah.
What little I have discovered points to the witches of Glenmoral. In the past, they've been capable of creating a cure. I have searched for these witches throughout Cyrodiil, but no coven still exists within its borders. There may be one left. I have unconfirmed reports of a woman seen near the Corbolo River who fits the description of these witches. Seek her out and learn whether she can help. She lives somewhere along the river, east of the Imperial City and south of Cheydinhall. If you are successful in finding a cure, report to my steward. You have my thanks.
All right, buddy. Aid for Brumo.
While Skingrad is threatened by an Oblivion Gate, I cannot spare any soldiers for Bruma. Whatever you may think of me, I still protect my own. This is my city, and Mehrunes Dagon will not have it while I remain Count of Skingrad.
Oh, that's very dramatic of you, but see you later. Okay, I think we might... narratively, I'm trying to think. It probably doesn't make much sense to take a break to... go find a cure for vampirism. But on the other hand, he's a pain in the ass. And if we go do it now, then... where is this gate? If we go do it now, then... Well, we'll do the gate first. But if we go do both, then we can kill two birds with one stone. Kill two vampires with one stake, as they famously say. Also, let me have a look here. What is the... What level of shield do I get from these stones? 20%. I think, given how I'm playing... First of all, do I need feather? No. I'm going to say no. I don't care about feather, so I'm going to put that on the boots. I'm not allowed. Oh, am I not allowed? Huh. I'm gonna have to go get, I can't replace it. I'm gonna have to go make some more armor. That's fine. Don't we have more? Do we have more? Oh, do we have more? Didn't I get rid of all of it? Or did I put it in the box? I don't know the answer to that question right now. This could be problematic. Okay, let me just think. What else would I replace? Obviously not you, you're a beast. Fortify, I think I'd drop one Fortify as well. I mean, is Ring of Namira that good? Reflect that. I don't know if Reflect Damage also shields me. I think I'm replacing Feather and one of the Fortifies to get 40% more shield. 40% seems like a lot. 40% less physical damage. That's got to be positive. Let me just nip down to home and see if I've got any armor lying around or any ore lying around, I guess. I feel like I've over-egged how important this leaflet thing is to me. It's just, I spent a lot of time on the design and I've spent a lot of time branding and thinking about everything, and we've all got different ideas about what the business should do. That's natural. And in the end of the day, I don't run a law firm, so I don't know the answers for sure. But I feel quite possessive, not possessive, but sensitive about the stuff I make, you know, and I think it's important that if I put my name on the design and I'm pushing something, at the end of the day, it is my design, it's my work. So I think to an extent, it's important that I feel positive about it. So if I'm just, at the end of the day, it's the difference between if I'm going to be involved or if I'm just a designer. Because if I'm just a designer, I'll just do what they tell me. That's it. You know, if you have a client and you're a graphic designer, your job is to do what the client wants. You might think what the client wants is stupid, but that doesn't matter. You're there to satisfy the client's wishes, right? Is this any good? Nope. You're there to do what they want. At the end of the day, that's just it. That's just fact. Is this any good? No. Is this any good? No. Is this any good? Incredible, but not for what I'm doing. Is this magic 12? Is this spell 12? That was really good, actually, the Spectre Ring. Have a little poke. I think the Spell Drinker isn't bad at all, actually. Spell Absorption, 26 points. The problem is I don't know what that means. Like, I understand that means that I absorb mana from spells, but do I also absorb, like, does it stop the damage from that spell? I've got no idea. I genuinely couldn't tell you. Do I not have any, or... No, that's really irritating. God damn it. Cannibal Consumption. Really wish I'd kept some behind. Although, if I've sold it, that would suggest I sold it to that last. So I'm going to go check and see if she's got any ore. I might have sold it back in the Isles, though, annoyingly. We'll see. I don't think it's a big deal anyway. Like, we'll be fine. I just think it makes sense to do it if I can. I definitely don't need Feather. Like, I don't loot anything these days. Why did I pick Feather up in the first place? We could, of course, always swap to Daedric armor and lose a fairly minuscule amount of armor in return. Like, it wouldn't be that big a deal to swap to Daedric. And it would look slightly cooler, which has value. I don't know what the difference is between Daedric and Perfect Madness, or I guess we could check. If it's only like 1 or 2 armor, then... That's the thing, though. I'm doing this to gain physical defense, so it feels a bit weird to then sacrifice physical defense to gain the physical defense. Hopefully I've sold something to this last year. I need to recharge anyway. But anyways, it was just a client. It was just from working for a client. That's fine. It really is. That's okay. I'm happy to do that.
Oh.
But I need to know that's what I'm doing.
Quality goods for sale here.
I don't know. We'll see. Haven't even talked about this with anyone yet, so we'll see what happens at the end of the day.
That's a good.
But I think, although it sounds like I'm just ranting about a leaflet, and I am, to some extent, this is reflective of, oh my god, Spell absorption, 45 points. That's crazy. No wonder. 1,700 for a single potion. That's wild. To an extent, it's kind of determining the direction of the business. You know, it's saying a lot more than what it seems to be saying. These little battles matter in terms of the overall direction we take. Do I really want that? No.
You drive
Don't want
hard.
that. No. Don't want that. No.
A
Don't
good
want
price for a good customer.
Oh, shield 26%. Oh, maybe I do want that. Why is that so... Oh, because she's maxed out at 2,500. That's pretty sweet, the Ring of Lordship. I think that's better than that for me. I don't care about resist disease. I don't care about fortified personality. But I think 26% shield is probably better than Ring of Namira. So I'll swap to that. Didn't I pick up something? Oh, why have I still got Staff of Worms on me?
That seems a fair price.
Do I care about the Staff of Worms? Yeah, I'd feel bad if I got rid of it. Grumble, grumble.
That seems a fair price.
Should have grabbed more arrows. Right, do you have ore? And where would ore... Oh, no. Right, let's check the armor first. Blackwood cuirass. Well, actually, let me check. So my armor is currently... So I'm looking at the boots, for example. They shield me for 8 at this point in time. So let me just have a little look here. It is quite... I mean, it says 5. It's not. It's 6 or 7 because they're not 125. But still. I don't think I sold it to her, I'll say that much. Silica boots, water walking. 4. It's half the amount. I don't even know if that matters. What's 4 to 8 armor? What does that mean? What difference does that make to my percentage? Is that better than 10% shield? No idea. Absolutely no idea. Do I have any ore? Madness ore is what we're looking for. Oh, yeah.
I appreciate
your business. Right, I'm going to swap the rings. Go away. So we're dropping Namira for Lordship. Are we? Yeah, I think so. Resist disease is fine, I guess. It's more the 26% shield I really want. So that still gives me, at the moment, 90%. I mean, I've got 90% magic resistance anyway, so the Reflect spell isn't really a big deal. Reflect definitely suggests... Does it? Have you heard Reflect's damage? You would assume, I think... Feel free to disagree here. I think if you heard... Let's say you reflected 100% of damage. Would you assume that you take any damage at all? I think you would assume, if you heard reflects damage, that you take 0 damage. And that 100% of damage is returned to the attacker. That's how I'd interpret it, at the very least. I can't remember which side of the city it is. I think you would assume you take no damage, but I don't know. We can check. We can find out information. I love information. Information. Reflect damage. Oblivion. Do we have like a wiki page? We do. This includes damage. Yeah, it is. Okay, so reflect damage is actually pretty sick. And that it does stop you taking the damage as well. Oh, that makes me reconsider the rings. No, it doesn't. Because the damage amount reflected is pretty irrelevant. Like, you're not really hurting them with the reflect damage. And if anything, it means that things like crabs kill themselves when I'm trying to level up my skills. Hello, buddy. Ushnar's dog. You can at least name it. Where is the blacksmith? Over here, right? Nope, that's the inn. Where is the blacksmith? Up here.
I am so full, not the least bit hungry.
Okay, it's a different take for the beggars of the city. Where is the blacksmith? Aha! I think it's this one, right? This side of the city for madness stuff. So I want to make a pair of boots, and I want to make a helmet, and then I can rename the helmet as well. It doesn't have to be called Grotesque Grips anymore, which would be nice. Where's the... Oh, there he is. She is.
Why visit that?
I know, I'm sorry.
What is...
Boots.
Boots are useful. What?
Helmet.
Head... May you...
Cheers, my dears. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll end it there. Next video, we'll go and enchant this gear. Give it appropriate names for once. That's gonna buff me up to 60... I'm gonna have a 90% magic resist, 68% physical resist, and that's before armor. So we should be a lot hardier, because right now we're very squishy. Like, you've seen it. I'm getting whopped by everything in physical damage. Like, magic, obviously not a problem anymore, but the physical is becoming problematic at this high level with the way that enemies scale in this game. And then, of course, we'll go do the gate, and we'll also do the vampirism cure quest. Find the witches of Glenmoril. Exciting times. Thank you very much for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.